verse 28, Ulladhu Naarpadhu, 40 verses on reality given to us by Sri Ramana Maharshi. எழும்பும் அகந்தை எழும்பிடத்தை நீரில் விழுந்த பொருள் காண வேண்டி மூழ்குதல் போல் கூர்ந்த மதியால் பேச்சு மூச்சடக்கிக் கொண்டுள்ளே ஆழ்ந்தறிய வேண்டும் அறி. Now, Bhagavan is again talking about the mechanism involved in self-realization. What is the method? Who am I inquiry? How do we do it? Seek the source of all thoughts. All thoughts depend on one fundamental thought. It is I am the body thought. So if in all the thoughts inside like a seed, this I thought is there. So here he is talking about எழும்பும் அகந்தை எழுமிடத்தை நீரில் விழுந்த பொருள் காண வேண்டி மூழ்குதல் போல். Like how a person who jumps into a well to find out an object which has fallen into the well, or say the seafarers, the people who go into the sea to collect pearls, how they dive into the deep sea with a stone tied to their belly. They go, they control their breath, they control their thoughts, because there is no room for thinking at all, because when breath is held, thought is automatically held. So he says, like how they do it, we need to, with sharp intellect, control our breath and thoughts and search for the source of the I thought. Now, where do we search? The question arises, right? Okay, accepted. The I thought is the culprit. He arises, and on whom all other thoughts are strung. Like how on a string, all the flowers in a garland are strung, all the thoughts are strung to one particular I thought, which is the culprit. Right. How do we find him? Where do we search this source? This became a little controversial. Sri Bhagavan spoke from his experience. He said 2 inches away from the middle of the chest to the right is the heart, he said. So this does not mean the physical heart. So there are some ancient scriptures which also point to this, that a fool's heart is on the left and a wise man's heart is on the right. Sri Bhagavan has quoted this. And many people, his advanced disciples also, tried keeping their attention on the right side chest. Nothing happened. Realization did not dawn. So they came and asked again Sri Bhagavan. Then Sri Bhagavan said, it is just for you to turn your attention inside that it is taught. Don't take it seriously. Because what we call Atma is all pervasive. It doesn't have to settle down in any particular place in the body. It is not associated with any organ in the body. But then people will get confused. Those people who have started their practice will get confused. Where do I find it? Where do I find it? Even Shankara says the same thing. In a verse, he says, Tasminni tadbrahma upasyamanam manomayadvadi vishishtam sakshat ubalabhyate panav iva amalakam. If you keep your attention on the heart center, which is nothing but the place at which the I thought arises, he says you will get Brahman the way you get an amla in your hand, gooseberry in your hand. Is that the word? Yeah, okay. Now, my understanding is that whenever thought arises, just turn your attention towards that thought, the thinker. Then inquire, with your attention turned inward, where is it born? Which is the birthplace of this I thought? All the thoughts must be residing somewhere in order for them to rise, right? And there must be somebody to push the thought to your awareness, right? That is what is said in Keno Upanishad. It starts with Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha. By whose will does this mind shed light on its subjects, which means objects, images. So it's very, very simple. A and B, keep it this way. A is Atma. It is making all this mischief. It makes the mind arise. It pushes the mind. It pushes the thoughts to your awareness. Now we need to seek the source. Slowly with practice, you will get your attention fixed on that particular place where the I thought arises. It is said in a verse in Ulladhu Naarpadhu Anubandham that below the chest, on the right side, above our abdomen, somewhere it is there. It is said. Sri Bhagavan has translated that verse. It starts with Irumulai Nadumbarvu Adimairu Idan Mel Irumupurula. The song goes like this. So, this vast infinite Brahman, Atma, has to find an entry gate into the body. It has to enter and make the body live as long as it does, according to Prarabdha. And then it is said clearly that it exits. What we call Jivatma exits the body. Right? And it waits for another womb, or it immediately gets into another womb. Sri Bhagavan has said this in Talks book. Right? So it is like this only. Somewhere it enters us. But its nature is to make us restless by sending thoughts one after another, one after another. This thought, that thought, future thought, past thought, all concerns. It makes you, it doesn't give you peace of mind at all. Because when the mind is at work, peace of mind is not there. And I have been listening to various Upanishads interpreted by teachers. In none of the Upanishads, Sri Bhagavan's method is mentioned so directly. Sri Bhagavan seems to be an engineer. He says, look for the source. Look for, in the sense, don't ask a question and wait. Hey, ego, where are you born? No, your intellect will say, in the heart center. No. So we need to practice turning the attention inward. Just close your eyes. You will know thoughts are arising. Right. Behind all thoughts, this fundamental I thought is there. The root culprit, the chief culprit is there. Where is he born? Which is the birthplace? So you can move your attention the way you move your cursor. You can move your attention below your chest, above your abdomen, maybe on the right hand side or left hand side, wherever you want. You just keep moving the attention the way a scanner scans, a document. Just scan. Somewhere if you feel the cessation of the mind, somewhere if you feel a kind of peace of mind, somewhere you notice a slowdown of the thought mechanism, that is the heart. This is from my experience I am saying. Somewhere for me, around the navel region, it settles down. And Sri Bhagavan says, even if you keep saying I, it will go and land you there, he says. See, this is something subjective. This is something personal. This is something experiential. Experience in the sense not attained through mind. Of course, you do all your efforts through the mind only, but end of the process, that mind, that intellect will get burnt again the way the log with which we, kindle the funeral pyre also gets burnt. The same way our own vicharam thought, our own self-enquiry thought will also be burnt. It will subside, it will dissolve. It will merge the way a river merges into the ocean. So, எலும்பும் மகந்தை எழுமிடத்தை நீரில் விழுந்த பொருள் காண வேண்டி மூழ்குதல் போல் கூர்ந்த மதியால் பேச்சு மூச்சடக்கிக் கொண்டுள்ளே ஆழ்ந்தறிய வேண்டும் அறி. This is one of the most important instruction. The way a person who wants to find an object which has fallen into water, how he controls his breath and thoughts and dives deep inside the water and searches for it. The same way with your keen intellect, with your keen desire to know your own true nature, you need to dive in and then find out. Otherwise, will we not find out? No. Because The problem is the veil. What comes between you and your true nature, me and my true nature, Brahman and myself, current I, is this I thought. So long as this I thought does not subside, we will not get realization. All this will sound theory, but this is something proven. Self-realization is not just mere talk. It is not empty talk. Rishis have realized abundantly. N number of rishis. All Upanishads are by rishis only. The final of the rishi in recent times to come is Ramana Maharshi. So, we need to, if we have a desire to realize our true nature, turn inward, seek the source of the I thought. You cannot ask and wait for an answer because the mind will fool us, the intellect will fool us. That lesson is important. Even Sri Bhagavan says intellectual understanding is definitely necessary, because without which you will not proceed to do the practical class. Like how they teach physics or chemistry in high school, first they teach you theory and then they take you to the laboratory. Now the laboratory is inside you, inside me. We need to, instead of going out, turn inward. Who am I? Where do thoughts arise? Whence are they? Which is the birthplace of I thought? This way, if you go on searching for it, we need to turn your attention and search it. See, you can easily turn your attention, right? Right now, you can keep your attention on this video. You can move your attention to your right shoulder. Can you? Now, can you move your attention to your left leg knee? Can you move your attention to the middle of the chest? Can you move the attention to the navel region? Can you move your attention from left to right slowly from the bottom of the stomach towards the chest? This is practice. Attention is movable. Attention has to get fixed on the source of I thought. That's all Bhagavan is saying. In many songs, many verses he has said this. It will work because it has already worked. The question is, do we want it?